What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti here. I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, next to Independence Hall, to visit the Bell. And not the Liberty Bell, which is right over my shoulder, but I'm going to meet Justin's dad tonight for some dinner commemorating his career, Derek Bell. So that'll be fun. But while I'm down here, I said, hey Jimbo, why don't you drive over to Philadelphia and we'll shoot a video? And here we are. So today I want to talk about the truck project. The truck has now been modified, it's been done, but I haven't been able to pick it up yet because I'm still waiting to register the truck. I'm now at this really crappy spot where I have to figure out how to register it legally without, I don't know, essentially the big problem is the DOT. And for me to pretend I know what the DOT does or is, anyone who says that they do is full of shit, because the DOT is so illogical, and there's rules that are sort of counterintuitive, and then you go out. I've seen people with personal plates on Peterbilts and saying it's a recreational vehicle, and then I've seen the law where you get pulled over in a single car Ram 2500 towing a single car open trailer, and they say it's a DOT commercial rig, and they take you off the road for 10 hours. So I've seen it all. Virginia's terrible with that. Pennsylvania, which is where we are now, is pretty bad with that. And something you have to notice is that there's rules in the book, and I think it's 12,500 pounds. If you have a gross vehicle weight rating of over 12,500 pounds, technically it's a CDL rig. So a dually pickup truck, technically to have a pickup truck with four wheels in the back, and this isn't really enforced because it doesn't make a lot of sense, or even maybe a Hummer has a GVWR of over 12,000 pounds, you technically need a CDL, and that makes no sense. If you have a Hummer towing a jet ski, that's not subject to DOT requirements. You don't have to log your hours. You don't have to do all these. It's sort of nonsense to me. So here on one hand, I want to be compliant because I don't want my truck that's hauling my cars to and from, and I don't know if I'm gonna haul Rob's car or David's car, who else's car that I'm towing somewhere. It may cross state lines. I don't know what I'm gonna end up doing with the truck, but it's not gonna be something that is regular or for profit. But now, if I have to register the truck as a DOT rig, you're damn right I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make it profitable, because it's more expensive to insure. It's now got reporting. You have to do IFTA, which is a fuel tax. There's just so much more that goes on and is involved when you start getting involved with the DOT. It doesn't really make sense for a rig that's pulling 1, 2, maybe 3 cars, who knows? But like, ultimately, the DOT standard is usually anything below a combined weight rating of 26,000 pounds. So 25,999, or maybe it's 26,001. So 26 and lower, you're good to go. But when you go into another state, some DOT compliance guy may be like, I don't believe you, I think it's a commercial rig, and give you a hard time anyway and write you tickets. And you're talking to somebody who's paid many thousands of dollars in bullshit fines from the DOT when we used to transport our Gotham rental cars with single car truck and trailers. The other thing is like, okay, now I'm happy to go ahead and make my truck a DOT truck if I have to, but now I don't have a CDL license. I won't even technically be able to drive my pickup truck because I'm not licensed. Now I gotta get a CDL license, which really annoys me. So there's lots of reasons that I don't want it to be a CDL rig, especially because I'm not doing it for profit. And I know you could throw stickers on the side that say like, not for hire, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not confident. That's never prevented us from getting tickets in the past. You'll have to hire lawyers. You'll have to go back to different states to fight it. And the worst part about it is they take you off the road, or they say like, if you get pulled over again, I'm gonna leave here, but I'm leaving you on the side of the road. If we catch you down the road, you're essentially fucked. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to cross that bridge. I don't want to, especially knowing my life and the way things go, I need every available minute. I'm not going to send a car on a truck 3 days before an event if it's a one-day trip. I'm going to send it the day before the event, maybe 2 days. But I don't factor in time to go play games with the DOT. And that's one of those things that we have to figure out. In order to avoid playing any games with the DOT, I have to make sure it's a DOT rig. So I have to register, get a motor vehicle number, do quarterly fuel tax reports by state. You have to report these things by state. It's really annoying. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to do being a DOT carrier, which I may end up having to do. I'm looking for ways around it. You guys probably know more than I do. Some of you guys are truck drivers. I don't know. It's a GMC Sierra 3500, which is slightly extended with a bed on the back. And I'm going to be potentially towing 1 or 2 cars behind it with an open trailer on occasion. Is there a way that I can get away with this that is foolproof, that doesn't require a DOT registration on my truck? I don't think there is. But then if I do get a DOT registration on my truck, it's going to be harder for me to store it at my house because they're going to claim it's a business vehicle. If somebody ever does give me a hard time about that. There's just a lot of nonsense that I'm going to have to deal with here. So if there is a way to make my truck a recreational vehicle and somebody knows a foolproof way that I can hand a cop a piece of paper or a DOT officer and say, this has been vetted by the US government, I just think it's like everything else in the government where it's subjective, and if a cop wants to be a dick and write you tickets, you just have to deal with it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm taking any advice here. I don't want to get a CDL license. If I have to, I will. But I'd really like to avoid getting a CDL license if at all possible to drive my own car on my own truck. So let me know your thoughts and comments below. It's Independence Hall over there. I guess the only way to get Jimbo to pan is to move. That's Independence Hall. This is Philadelphia. This is about why people come to Philadelphia. But that's not why I came. I came for the bell, not that one. Yeah. See you next time. All right, now I also just received real-time photos of the truck in its completed form. And if you guys want to help, obviously the bed is not painted at this point in time. If you want to help design, I'm willing to repaint the cab and the bed. I'm willing to put new body panels on the, because I have to put a new front bumper on, but let's go nuts. You guys want to put a football helmet on the front? I'll put a football helmet on the front. You mock up what you think this truck will look like. The exterior of the truck is fair game. You can make it look cool. You can make it look badass. Don't lower it or slam it. It will be riding at this height because I'm concerned about the way it's going to drive. But anything you want design-wise, throw it up, submit it. There's a link in the description with the photos of the truck so you can take the actual photos, mock them up, send them over to Rob at superspeeders.com. If I pick your design, I'll hook you up with something. I don't know whether if you want money, I'll give you money. If you want to come check out the Project Car Challenge in January, I'll fly you down for that. But we'll make it cool, we'll make it worth your time. Now, I'm out.